Hello everyone, today we've got something exciting to talk about, the Dead by Daylight movie. If you're a fan of the game, you know it's packed with creepy killers and intense survivor action. And now, it's all coming to the big screen. We'll go over everything we know so far and maybe even try to guess what could make it into the movie. So sit back and enjoy as we dive into this. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
But this time, something is different. The answer lies just out of reach, enshrouded in black fog.
Dead by Daylight, the game. For those of you who don't know, Dead by Daylight is an online multiplayer horror game developed by Behavior Interactive, first released in 2016. It's a 4v1 game where one person takes on the role of a savage killer, while the other four play as survivors to escape the trials. And the survivors' task is to repair 5 of the 7 generators so they can power up the exit gate. The killer's task, on the other hand, is to sacrifice them to a force known as the Entity by impaling them on a hook. Each survivor and killer has their own story, explaining their abilities and personalities, along with a story of how they ended up in the Entity's realm. Even though the movie is still a work in progress, the game is now available on all platforms for you to check out. Movie update. What we know so far. In March 2023, 2 big production companies, James Blum's Blumhouse Productions and James Wan's Atomic Monster Production, announced plans to make a film adaptation of the popular survival horror game. Blum and Wan both have a huge reputation in the horror film industry, with Blum's latest successful adaptation of Five Nights at Freddy's and Wan's famously known works, The Conjuring, Saw, and Insidious. Release date and delays. Despite the announcement being made more than a year ago, there have been no official updates regarding the release of the movie. What's surprising is the fact that any news regarding the movie has been very scarce. We still don't know what the premise of the movie is, but with the game being such a hit among horror fans, I hope the movie lives up to our expectations. In a recent interview, Blum revealed that they were still in the process of looking for a director and a screenwriter, even a year after its announcement. When he was asked about this, Blum responded that the script was being worked on and that they would only move forward if it was right. He also brought up how it took them 10 years to make Five Nights at Freddy's, crediting its success to the time they spent on it, mentioning how it could either take 5 years or 12 months. Blum comments, "You just don't know. You can't make the movie until the script is right, and you don't know how long that'll take." So, will we have to wait another 10 years for this movie? We'll never know. But I do appreciate how he seems to value quality content over making a movie just like that. Hopefully, the game's dedicated fan base will not be too disappointed. Characters. The interesting thing about Dead by Daylight is that it has both original characters and iconic characters from famous horror movies. The OG characters were created in the essence of 70s and 80s horror. They were inspired by the classics, the slasher movies, and this was a huge hit with the audience. Let's take a look at a few interesting characters from the game, starting with Anna, the Huntress. A figure with a head of a hare, she's a killer who can throw hatchets and kill from a distance. Her story goes like this. As a child, her mother taught her how to hunt. One day, as they track an elk, her mother gets impaled while killing it. Anna grows up to be a ruthless hunter, losing her humanity as she grows. Soon, she discovers her new favorite prey, humans. Evan, the Trapper. With his signature weapon bear traps, the Trapper kills survivors by laying them in highly populated, unsuspecting areas. He was a man who idolized his father and listened to everything he said, even after the decline of his mental health. It's suspected that under his father's orders, he became a mass murderer, killing hundreds of people by leading them into tunnels and detonating explosives. Let us now take a look at some popular characters you might recognize. Amanda Young, the Pig. You might know her as John Kramer's apprentice from Saw. Interestingly, she puts the survivors in a trap that she has survived herself, the iconic reverse bear trap from Saw. Danny Johnson, Ghostface. The iconic slasher villain Ghostface is one you must have encountered in the Scream movies. The game has its own version, a darker, sinister one with its own backstory. Danny Johnson, a reporter, works on a series of murders that takes place where people are stabbed to death. He produces footage of a man in a mask breaking into a house at night and writes an article on it. It's very well received and feared by the town. Eventually, he leaves his job and disappears, only leaving a note behind, mentioning how he loved bringing his stories to life. Freddy Krueger, the Nightmare. The popular character from the Nightmare on Elm Street is surely a fan favorite. He has the ability to pull people into his dream world where he uses his abilities to slow them down. A few popular survivors you might know are Steve and Nancy from Stranger Things. We also have Lara Croft from Tomb Raider. Also, Nick Cage is another interesting character in the game, a superstar trapped because of a role. Did you know the actor actually lent his voice to his character in the game? Now, wouldn't it be fun to see all of them make an appearance in the movie? Controversies and rumors. In early 2016, Blumhouse Productions hoped to acquire rights to Scream. As a result, there is speculation that our favorite slasher villain, Ghostface, would make an appearance in the movie. It sure would be interesting to see that happen, you know? With no proper updates regarding the movie, fans have been getting impatient. Blumhouse has been involved in a reboot of Spawn since 2016. The script for this movie was completed in 2017, but there have been several rewrites since then. It was set to release in 2025, but Blum revealed it would be delayed. Because of these delays and Five Nights at Freddy's 10-year delay, there's a general belief that just because Blumhouse has announced the project does not mean that it will happen anytime soon. People also believe that the project would be highly challenging to write because the game is so packed with content. Hopefully, they don't keep us waiting for too long. Marvelous verdict. With that, we have come to the end of yet another marvelous video. Let's hope we get more updates soon on this highly anticipated adaptation. Which of the characters from the game do you think would make an appearance in the movie? Who would you like to cast as killers and survivors? Let us know your thoughts down below in the comments section. Stay tuned to our channel for more updates as we wait for this chilling adaptation. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like, share, and subscribe on your way out. Thank you for watching. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.